Seriously, Shadow? Like,
It's only qualifying, right? Or I missed the whole thing.
Welcome,
Yes,
NOSSCAR race fans. We are in the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series playoffs. It is MotorMaster Monday, folks. Round 28 of the 33 race season coming your way. It's the second race in the round of 12 here in the playoffs. It's the Charlotte Roval. 28 laps. Dakota Bro on the pole in the 00 Ford Mustang. A lot is at stake. Jay Burr is locked into the next round with a win last week. Now we're here to find out who's going to win at the Charlotte Roval. It's always a wild one. The green flag has been shown to these drivers. Oh, and problems for Dakota Bro.
oh gosh.
BJ Thomas was involved. Peyton Larson was involved. That's over at the... That's over right after the straightaway there, the back straightaway that these drivers cruise on.
What was that? Holy crap. I just got my breath taken away. Oh.
So it's Patrick Hazlitt in the number 20 Toyota Camry. Flying around this racetrack, he has the race lead. Well, we could be wrong about this.
I
So
was
it's
moving
Jay Burr in the 28 machine out front lead. He made contact with the inside wall there.
I was making my way through the field until that wreck happened.
A lot of these drivers are not familiar with this racetrack. They only come here once and do the Charlotte Roval once every MotorMaster Series season. Now we see Jay Burr going through the S. Patrick Hazlitt did the same. Like a pro, Jay Burr leading the way. Already locked into the next round, so he can take risks here today. He has a win last week. Locked into the round of 8. Looking for his 5th career NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series win here today. Keith Ayers in the 16, a little bit of front-end damage, but he's in 3rd, and he's closing in on Patrick Hazlitt in the 20, and that's going to be a battle for 2nd here very shortly. Keith takes the 2nd position on the bottom, approaching the first of 2 S turns, and Keith did not take the S very good. Oh, never mind, it might have actually been a connection issue. Info, driving the number 88 Chevy Camaro, running in the 4th position, beginning to gain ground on both Keith Ayers and Patrick Hazlitt. He ran very well here last season in the 2018 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series race at the Charlotte Roval. Oh, and Keith Ayers with a problem exiting the S turn. Contact with the left side of the wall, and he shot back to the right, and he's going to lose the 2nd position. Patrick Hazlitt in the 20 takes that spot. Info in the 88 takes 3rd. There's Patrick, and there's Info, second and third, both trying to run down Jade Burr. Joshua Colombiez in the 90, near miss there with the 86 machine, gets through, picks up a position, soldiers on. He's actually in here with us. Josh, how's the car feeling for you?
Very tight, very tight.
Ah, okay.
But there's two cars ahead of me battling that I am gaining track with it. I'm catching them.
Ah, we're watching that, yeah. Thomas Geyer in the 42, and it might be Sean Lucas in the 8 car.
Oh, car got loose right there.
Side by side, a little bit of contact. Two very respectful drivers, the 42 and the 90.
Oh, man.
When I saw Dave Marks Jr. in the 1 on the other side, problems in turn 1, I believe it was. There's Shadow in the 2. A lot of front end damage to his machine, but he's still on the lead lap and hoping for a caution. A lot of these drivers can't wait until the end of stage 1 to repair the damage, make some adjustments on these race cars. The Charlotte Roval is a very tough track to figure out.
Just made a move on BJ Thomas, heading me and we.
There's Curtis Fields and the number 11 Chevy, first time driving this car. How's the car feeling, Kurt? Ah, he must have his headset off.
Man, this car is drifting in the corners like crazy.
Final lap here in stage 1. Jade Burr trying to hold on for the stage 1 victory. He's going to have to do it for one full lap. He's got Info and the number 88 Chevy Camaro gaining ground down to 1 car length as they come out of turn 2. Patrick Hazlitt in the 20 right there with them. A couple more right hand turns and then they're starting to approach the back straightaway. Info got a little bit loose, found the inside wall in that turn. Jade Burr took the corner a little too tight, so they're still right there with each other, neck and neck, side by side. New race leader. Info takes it here on the final lap of stage 1, looking for that valuable playoff point. Jade Burr has a win last week. He is locked into the round of 8. He doesn't need to take any major risks, but he also doesn't need to play it safe either. He's going to be a wild card in this race, but it's Info claiming the stage win here at the Charlotte Roval. Top 5 gets stage points, and the stage winner gets a playoff point. We can confirm that Info, Jade Burr, and Patrick Hazlitt be claiming stage points.
This car is fast. I have made it all the way up to 11. We are. Okay.
Well, my car's trashed.
Keith Ayers finishes in 4th. He'll claim 2 stage points here. Now these drivers have an opportunity to fix these cars, a lot of them with some front end damage. It's going to be exciting when we rack them up again and let them go at it. Getting a report, Dakota Bro is actually off the track and on pit road. He's a playoff driver, won the pole for this race, and we're going green for stage 2 without him. Thomas Geyer in the 42 on pit road as well. The battle for the lead is on. Jade Burr clears info. These drivers have fresh looking race cars, going to try to keep it that way. Joshua Colm-Diaz all the way up to the 4th position, but he found the grass going into that right-hand turn. Oh man, Anthony Trippi in the 22 making it really interesting, trying to take the 2nd position away from info. Nearly had it too, and that allowed Jade Burr to get a bit of a gap there. More than just a bit of a gap. He's got about 10 car lengths now heading towards this first figure S. The 28, the 88, the 22, your top 3. Very short stage 2, 5 laps to
car
go.
Flipping, and I'm getting turned. I just got wrecked.
We saw you over there, the 90 machine, Joshua Colm-Diaz off and into the wall there in turn 1. Some of these drivers had to scatter. We just saw BJ Thomas go off course. He loses a position to the 61 Ford Mustang. That is Logan Bro. Back towards the front. Coming around for 4 laps to go here in stage 2 at the Charlotte Roval. Jay Burr trying to hold on to the lead. Info was able to get around him and claim the stage 1 win with a last lap pass and big problems. Jay Burr with a connection issue, and oh man, we thought that actually happened.
And this race is intense.
There was a connection issue, and it appeared at first that Jay Burr made heavy contact with the wall and Info had nowhere to go, but apparently that is not the case. They're still driving. We're still watching a battle for the lead. And while all that's going on, we have a 3-car battle for the 3rd position, not too far behind them. Anthony Trippi in the 22, Keith Ayers in the 16. Patrick Hazlitt in the 20. Pardon me. Keith to the outside of Patrick and trying to hold it and get it to stick, and he's going to clear him, take the 4th position, and he even exits the turn with a bit of momentum, and he's going to challenge Anthony Trippi, it looks like, before they reach the chicane over there. Nicely done by all 3 of those drivers. Back up front, Jade Burr comes to the start-finish line, leads this lap. Info in the 88 looked like he slipped up a little bit coming through. Oh, and Keith Ayers might have actually got the worst end of things. He was up there battling inside the top 5. He loses a position to Michael Birch and Peyton Larson. Still inside the top 10, a little bit of front-end damage to that Ford Mustang. He's had a good season, 1 win, 19 playoff points coming into this race, 3rd in the point standings. He's looking strong when it comes to advancing to the round of 8, and before the end of the night we're going to know who those round of 8 drivers are. 2 races tonight. It is MotorMaster Monday, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3, PlayStation 4 console. Jay Burr leads the race right now, but he just made a big mistake there in turn 1. Drove it a little too hot, maybe locked up the tires and went straight into the outside wall. Info in the 88 takes the race lead. We have a new race leader. We've had a few race leaders here in this race. Stage 1 victory went to the 88 machine, and if he can hold on for a couple more laps, it's going to happen again here in Stage 2. Jade Burr in the 28 won last week. He advanced to the round of 8. He's got 4 wins this season, 35 playoff points in the bank as we move forward and get closer to Homestead, Miami. Info comes into this race 5th in the point standings with 3 wins this season, 16 playoff points. He's been one of the contenders for the win at every single track all season long. Now he's taking the white flag. We're on the final lap here for Stage 2. Info trying to hold on. He's got a healthy gap over Jay Burr in the 28. These two have battled for position, for stage wins, and for race wins so much all season long. Both are very talented and respectful drivers. We talked about it a little bit in the pre-race show, how it was a short event, 28 laps here at the Charlotte Roval. These drivers did not have very long to figure out these race cars and get used to them and find the rhythm, but it looks like Info has done just that. Stage 2 winner goes to the Team 88. So that's 2 playoff points in the bank for Info in this race alone. That'll bring his total to 18. And of course, these stage wins also give him 5 regular season points. And that just further helps his cause when it comes to advancing to the round of 8. Going to talk to Joshua Colm-Diaz in the 90 car. You were up there in the top 5 at one point, buddy.
Yeah.
Tell us how the race is going from your perspective, and tell us what you think the keys to the race will be.
Surviving, and me and Shadow were getting into it a little bit just for fun.
Don't let me distract you, by the way. Make sure you make your adjustments and get your pit stop stuff right. Dave in the number 1 car. How's the race been going from your perspective?
Not very good. Having a hard time getting on the bridge.
Well, good luck to you in the final stage. We'll let you go now. You got some work to do. Green flag for the final stage, and a lot of strategy deployed here. Michael Birch in the 38 up there, but it's the 4 car leading the way. So Trey Hollywood in the 4 trying to hold on to the race lead. He's got Info, a playoff driver, right behind him. Trey Hollywood, of course, a playoff driver as well. There's a lot at stake here. There was a lot of strategy for some of these drivers to get up towards the front. You got Logan Bro in the 61, not a playoff driver. He's in the 4th position. I don't know where he came from, and he's looking strong. BJ Thomas doing a heck of a job trying to hold off Jason Armstrong, Keith Ayres, Curtis Fields, among others. And there was a problem for Jade Burr there through that S. He was down on the apron, very slow. A number of cars getting around him, including BJ Thomas, Jason Armstrong, Keith Ayres.
I forgot to pay.
So up front, Michael Birch has taken the race lead from Trey Hollywood. Michael Birch, a playoff driver as well, and he's close to the cut line. Comes into this race only 12 points above the cut line, so Michael Birch hoping to capitalize here. He's got the lead at a very important time of the race, at the beginning of the final stage.
You guys got a pit?
I know what I'm doing. Well, I mean, if we had the pit, I know what I would be doing.
I guess I didn't hit my button.
Oh, Trey Hollywood got a little bit out of shape there going through the S, and so did Michael Birch apparently, because there goes
Jade
Info.
Burr around. Oh my lord.
Jade Burr, playoff driver, spins right in front of Joshua Colm-Diaz, a driver who was eliminated in the round of 16, and the day is getting harder for that number 90 bunch. The battle for the lead still on. We're back up here towards that. Info has taken the race lead in the 88 machine. Michael Birch in second, right behind them. The battle for third on between Patrick Hazlitt in the 20 and Trey Hollywood in the 4. Patrick Hazlitt, a playoff driver as well, and he's now up into the third position. If he can get a win, this would be huge. Peyton Larson in the 19, not a playoff driver, just got into the side of Trey Hollywood in the 4, put him off course and into the grass and wall. Trey loses a couple of spots. See, when you look at this from a statistical standpoint, and when you look at all the information and see who's up here battling for the win, you would know that Info in the 88 does not necessarily need this win, especially with all those regular season points he accumulated throughout the stages with his stage wins. But Michael Birch, Patrick Hazlitt, those are drivers that could really use this win. Patrick Hazlitt in a must-win situation, perhaps even. 12 points below the cutoff line for round of 8. Keith Ayres on pit road for service. We know that there was going to be a bit of strategy. We didn't know when drivers were going to make their pit stops, but they have begun. We're in the final stage. How many laps to go, fellas? Anybody know?
8.
8 laps to go. Battle for position. Trey Hollywood trying to keep Jason Armstrong behind him. Never an easy task. Jason Armstrong, very talented driver, very respected driver here in NOSSCAR on NASCAR Heat 3. Trey Hollywood going to come down pit road. Jason Armstrong, BJ Thomas staying out for an extra lap. Info still on the track. Michael Birch still on the track, and we're keeping an eye on those two. They are running first and second, and believe it or not, Michael Birch starting to close the gap a little bit. He kind of messed that corner up a little bit there, made some contact with the wall, but the gap is shrinking between the 88 and 38, and that's exactly what Michael needs. He's only got 8 laps to go, coming around to 7. Pardon me. he's going to surrender that race lead and come to pit road. Info laying down some impressive lap times. Amongst the fastest on the track, and at times the fastest. The gap has increased between himself and Michael Birch in the 38, when at one point in time it truly was shrinking, and Birch was catching him. We were talking about Jason Armstrong, eliminated in the round of 16, still a solid season, top 5s and top 10s. Running in the top 10 right now here at the Charlotte Roval. Under 5 laps to go. Round 28 of the 33 race season for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series, hosted on NASCAR Heat 3 and live broadcasted here on the NASCAR Series Racing YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in thus far, and stay tuned for a wild and exciting finish. We have a feeling there's a whole lot of strategy being planned and deployed here. The front 2 are yet to come to pit road. There is your race leader. He put a lap on the 11 car of Curtis Fields, first time driving the 11 Chevy Camaro. Info into the wall a little bit there, holds onto it, keeps the car pointed in the right direction, and at a track that's so challenging and technical and narrow at times, such as the Charlotte Roval, that's key. Little mistakes are really not that important, but those couple of major mistakes can really cost you a good finish and ruin your day in a heartbeat. If I'm not mistaken, we only have 3 laps to go, so it's possible that Info may not even need to come to pit road.
I'm catching you, bud.
Can somebody confirm that Info is still the race leader for me?
Sorry about that. I was trying to stay on the wall.
Info's the leader, yeah? Wow. He is stretching that fuel. I can't believe it. So if he comes to pit road at this point, you know, unless his tires are completely gone, he's just taking a splash of gas, and it's going to depend on how big of a lead he has if this is going to work.
Oh, I hate that turn.
Oh, and the 4 was spun back there, but his car was transparent on Noah's screen, on Info's screen. So he actually went right through that number 4 car, and that's a shame for Trey. He's a playoff driver, and he needs a win to advance. He's well below the cut line. At one point he was up there battling for the win, but right now it's all Info. Team 88. The pit crew was up and on the wall. We're really not sure if that's for celebratory reasons or if that's to be ready. theory that when Keith Ayers made his pit stop, he more than likely took a set of tires since he knew he was going to have quite a run with those tires to gain some ground. So if Info in the 88 does have to come down pit road, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out of pit road in comparison to the drivers that pitted sooner and perhaps took tires. Coming around now to 2 laps to go, if I'm not mistaken. How many to go, boys?
2. It said 2 on mine. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys. Oh, okay, then the white flag has been displayed to Info.
Dave, I'm so glad this race is over.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the tougher ones on this. It's probably the toughest challenge for the NASCAR MotorMaster Series drivers when you look at the schedule. And the fact that it's in the playoffs makes it even more crucial. Info putting a lap there on Alex Tesdall in the number 2 Chevy Camaro, who is also a playoff driver in a must-win situation below the round of 8 cutoff line. Not going to get it done here today at the Charlotte Roval, but he's got one last opportunity, the main event of the evening, coming up at Dover Speedway, and we'll let you know the start time for that as soon as we know. Info goes through the first S just fine. Coming around turn 3 and 4 for the normal Charlotte Oval format. Crosses the start-finish line to take the checker flag and punch his ticket into the round of 8. The fuel conservation, the speed, the grit, the soft hands, the very few and minimal mistakes, all of that and more put Info in victory lane here today at the Charlotte Roval, and now he doesn't have to have a worry. He doesn't have to worry, rather, for the Monster Mile coming up. He moves on to the round of 8. I'll tell you who does need to worry: Dakota Bro, having an engine failure, having to pull off the racetrack. Somebody get photos of the results for me.
Top 15 for me.
Somebody get a photo of like every single person. The results.
I will. I got my phone sitting right here.
Thanks, brother. Because Dakota lagged out, so he can't do it. Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
The stages I'll be able to piece together. In fact, I think Dakota was in here for those, or for at least the first one. And I said the top 4 in stage 1 out loud, so I got that. Awesome. Excellent race. We saw a little bit of everything. Good battles for position, and it was Info in the number 88 car walking away. We're going to get him in here for a post-race interview before we wrap things up.
Hey Kurt, man, me and you were racing pretty fun.
Is Shadow
hard.
in here?
And joining us now in the NOSSCAR commentary booth, your Charlotte Roval playoff race winner here in the NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series, driver of the 88 Chevy Camaro, Info. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
You did one heck of a job out there. You kept your nose clean, your car was clean, you won stage 1, you won stage 2, and you made fewer mistakes than everybody else, and you showed good speed while doing it. How was your car handling for you out there? Because you made it look easy. How'd you do it?
Uh, Before the race began, me and D-Nub, we were practicing for about 2 hours straight, deciding what setup we should use. He wanted to use a really loose setup, and I just used a setup that I was comfortable with. But me and him decided, like, there's certain types of setups that he wanted to do and certain types of setups that I want to do. So we just went separate with the setups. And he was still pretty fast, but I guess his engine blew up, so he wouldn't be up there.
You're moving on to the round of 8. That puts you in a group of the fastest drivers, the best drivers all season long. Tell us what that does, and describe the momentum that gives you and your race team.
It helps me for next race because I know next race I won't have to really win or do much since I advance. So I'm basically just relaxed, more calm, more confident about what I could do.
How are you going to make the Final Four?
If I got to, I'll try to win. I'll try to win Texas. That's one of my best tracks. But if I can't win Texas, then I'll just try the best finish I could get.
Awesome. We wish you the best of luck, and once again, congratulations on your Charlotte Roval victory.
Thank you.
That was Info, driver, the number 88 Chevy Camaro. Celebrating here with his race team. Big smile on his face. He knows what this means. It was a big win for him. He moves on to the round of 8, one step closer to capturing the 2019 NASCAR MotorMaster Series Championship. The main event of the evening here for MotorMaster Monday is coming to you live shortly, so don't go too far, folks. The start time will be announced very shortly, and find us in about 25 minutes from now at about 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From all of us here at NOSSCAR, we're saying so long, and we'll see you shortly for the main event.